Nyomi Bennett, and I will be reading I Got the Christmas Spirit by Connie Schofield-Morrison, and it is illustrated by Frank Morrison. I got the Christmas spirit. I woke up to the spirit of the season. Rise and shine. I heard the spirit in the air. Ding dong ding. I have been saving the spirit all year long. Jingle, jingle. I sang the spirit from my heart. Fa la la la. I tasted the sweet spirit crunch. Yum, yum. I shivered as a spirit nipped my nose. Achoo! I swirled and twirled around the spirit. Swish, swish. I sparkled in the spirit of lights. Bling, bling. I felt the spirit deep down in my soul. Mercy, mercy. I chased the spirit through the store. Zoom, zing. I wished for the spirit everywhere. Ho, ho, ho. I spread the spirit with my smile. Dazzle, dazzle. The spirit is here. The spirit is you. The spirit is to discover something new. Peace for all, good tidings and cheer. Let's live the spirit every day of the year. Thank you for joining me for NAAM's Interactive Storytime as I read I Got the Christmas Spirit.
Hi, I'm Jason with the Northwest African American Museum, and we're here with William Hart of Baked from the Heart Pies. And we are so excited to be here today. We're glad you could join us. He's going to tell us a little bit about his business, and maybe he can show us some of his pies. William, thank you for joining us today. We're really happy to have you. Tell us a little bit about how you got started making pies.
I started off when I was a little kid. I was then maybe 7 years old. And because I was the youngest and I wasn't in school at the time, my mother would cook and bake in the evening, in the afternoon.
Mm-hmm.
And she'd keep me in the kitchen with her.
Yeah.
So I would run around and terrorize the house. And keeping me in there with her, of course, I leaned to when she was making desserts.
Right.
So I learned a lot by just being there in the kitchen with her all the time. Then as well as we used to go over and play with kids in the neighborhood.
Mm-hmm.
And one family in particular, the Jones family, they had 2 girls. We'd go over there and play with them. But being hungry all the time, and we were poor,
Mm-hmm.
being hungry all the time, the smell of food, that took me straight to the kitchen.
Right.
So I'd be in the kitchen and Miss Jones would be in there cooking, and primarily making desserts, some sweet potatoes, some pie, or some peach cobbler, and I didn't want to get out the kitchen. I stuck to it. Regardless to what happened in my life, whatever I did, I had so many ups and downs that don't make sense. But I would always make pies.
Yeah.
And I didn't make, I'd take up pies and go out to barbershops and salons.
Mm-hmm.
I used to take my two boys, we'd go out and sit down in front of Safeway stores and sell pies till they came right on sweat.
Huh.
And, but to show you a small clip of sticking to it about getting ran away from Safeway. I had the gumption of one day, I said I'm gonna go over to Bellevue to Safeway, sit out in front and sell some pies. I went out to Bellevue and sat out in front, scared as the devil, they're gonna come run me away. Of course they're gonna come run me away. I'm out there selling pies in front of Safeway, and right in front of the door, and here comes a gentleman in a suit and tie. Walks up to me and says, how you doing, Bill? I says, oh boy, I'm in trouble. I just know it's in trouble. But he said, how you doing, Bill?
Mm-hmm.
He said, what you doing out here selling pies? I said, I just go around Safeway stores selling pies. He said, you ain't got to sell pies out here, you can sell them inside.
Huh.
That was the first contract I got with Safeway.
Wow.
Bill Toomey, that was the first, that was the president of Safeway. That's the sales division. Little did I know.
Huh.
You know, he said, just Monday morning, go see my girl, and she'll set you up. They gave me 13 stores.
Wow.
Funny as that is.
Amazing.
But it's just, that's what I mean when I say, you know, sticking to something through its adversity.
Right.
So for me, you know, that's how I started, and those are some of the things that I went through. But those are some of the things that helped me with my success, and that was sticking to it, regardless of what I went through.
Tell us about some of the pies that you have now that are featured in some of your more popular items.
Okay, so the number one is the sweet bean supreme, because it's been publicized the most. Okay, and technically, just about everything that I have on my pie line, you know, the fruit, the apple cobbler, peach cobbler, blackberry cobbler. My whole chest line is real inquisitive of people, because the first thing they ask is what is chest, you know. But the chest pie is popular because it's an old-fashioned. Its roots go down to the south. It's basically comes out of here what we call today our buttermilk pie.
Okay.
I recently developed my cake line.
Okay.
So, and primarily cheesecakes.
Right.
So now we got a whole cheesecake line.
Nice.
And just about all the pies I just mentioned, you can get those in the cheesecake. The sweet potato cheesecake, got peach cobbler cheesecake, got blackberry cobbler cheesecake.
Wow.
We got pecan cheesecake. So,
Yeah. Beautiful. Well, Mr. Hart, I want to thank you so much for spending some time with us. And I want to tell all the students and people who are watching, the parents, this is a great story of a man who had a dream to distribute his pies, and he stuck with the program, and he ultimately became successful. And we are so glad to be here at Baked from the Heart. It's right here on Martin Luther King Way and at Hanford. So on the corner of Hanford and Martin Luther King Way. You can't miss it. It's got pictures of pies in the window, and it's just a wonderful place. So during the holidays, make sure you stop by. Baked from the Heart.
Thank you.
William Hart, thank you.